classical ballet, something like that, salsa, everything. So this is a classical exercise, an ancient form.
Okay. The classical form of exercise.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
A traditional
Others?
form.
Traditional form. All right. Others? Whatever comes to your mind. What do you think? Why do you join yoga? Why you need yoga? What?
Peace of mind, relaxation it gives.
Okay.
Yoga makes us concentrate more.
Yoga for concentration.
Concentration.
Okay.
Yeah. Peace of
Right.
mind.
Okay. Peace of mind, classical form of exercise. Then to somebody told about cleansing. Okay.
And
Okay. What do you
rejuvenating.
Okay.
Rejuvenating. Yeah.
Sorry?
Rejuvenating, refreshing.
Rejuvenating. Okay. Refreshing.
Yeah.
Fine. Others? Shubha, Navya, Radha ma'am, Raji, Usha ma'am.
Our body and mind gets peacefulness, ma'am.
Peaceful. So that is related to mind.
Yeah.
Okay. I want everybody to talk today. I want to listen to your voice because I am really bored of listening to my voice every day. I want you to talk.
Yoga controls our anger, ma'am.
Okay.
Patience will get, yeah.
So
We should
this is
think
about
and
the
we'll talk
traits of
later.
mind and body. Okay.
Yeah.
Navya, Raji, Shubha.
That kind of again making your body flexible and
Okay. Okay.
it's kind of like punishing. I don't say punishing. It's like I don't know
I
what
know, I
word.
understood. I got the meaning of it. ದೇಹಾನ್ ದಂಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ. That kind of punish. I understood.
Make your body listen to what you say.
Okay. Right. Ritvik wants to say. That's nice. Allow him to talk.
He's saying to improve concentration
Very nice. Very good.
and connecting mind and body.
Very good. He's almost there. He's very close to what I actually want to say. Good, Ritvik.
Good, Ritvik.
And muscle tone also, ma'am.
Muscle tone. Okay.
Tone, flexibility.
Okay. Flexibility, rejuvenating, concentration, peace of mind, cleansing process, exercise. Okay. Navya, Malini, Yanko. What is yoga? Talk. Say it's Usha ma'am. Tell me.
It controls anxiety, stress.
Okay. Controls anxiety related to mind. Fine.
Yeah.
Usha ma'am.
Physically and mentally fit and peaceful mind.
ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು ಓಕೆ
Peacefulness.
ಪೀಸ್ಫುಲ್ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಓಕೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಲಿನಿ ಅಕ್ಕು ನಾವು ಯು ಆರ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಟು ಟಾಕ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋಣ ಲೀವ್ ಎನಿ ಒನ್ ಟುಡೇ relax okay so according to you yoga is for mental and physical well-being
Yes.
okay all right that's right that's very much correct what you all said all these are like what yoga does okay whatever the points you told is all about what yoga does but what is yoga is important when you perform yoga you will get all these benefits okay
Yeah.
so
It
Then
controls
you should tell.
body, mind,
I'll tell
soul.
you
Now-
but you should think also no
Now
Yeah.
that you should
Individual's mind.
that
See.
is the difference between a yoga teacher and a student.
yeah before the teacher begins she'll ask students in the class also when you go because I want you to think, scratch your mind, tickle your brains.
She can also learn from student also. Why not?
Correct. Many things.
Yeah.
All right. See, yoga is basically, it's derived from the Sanskrit word called yuj. Okay. It is derived from the Sanskrit word yuj, which means unification, uniting. Okay. What is united here? Body, mind, and soul.
Mind, body, and soul.
Yes, body, mind, and soul. All three. It is, yoga is not related only to physical and mental
Yeah.
traits. Okay. Here, yoga is one thing beyond. It is for the soul as well. Unification of body, mind, and soul. Okay. See, I'll quote few things from classical text, what they have to say. Yeah, it's like yoga is not only for the physical practice, it's a combination of mind, body, and soul. Unification, what Ritvik told. Here we add soul also. Okay. Next, we should know why we need to practice yoga for good health. So what according to you is health? Health means not having disease, is it?
Yes. Health is wealth.
Health is wealth. Okay.
Health is being happy
Health is being happy. Okay.
Health is all.
and keeping our soul clean.
Clean. Okay.
Health is a feeling of wellness from inside.
Okay.
That should come from our heart. That I'm happy, I'm well. That feeling is health, I think.
Okay. See, according to World Health, yeah, Navya, tell me.
Being hygienic.
Being hygienic. Okay. See, basically health, being healthy or calling one person healthy is not only about he is not diseased. Okay. According to World Health Organization, what they state is it is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely not having a disease. Okay. The person is called healthy only when his physical, mental, and social behavior is proper. Okay. Nange eno disease illa, I am not diseased, so it doesn't mean I am healthy. My social behavior in the society needs to be good.
Yeah.
My mental well-being is important along with my physical abilities. Okay. So this is being healthy. One we call healthy only when these three things are fine. Mental, physical, as well as social well-being. Yoga to this adds spiritually healthy. That is also added in yogic text. Mental, physical, social, and spiritual well-being. Okay, spirituality doesn't mean that only you have to sit in front of God and you have to go on chanting. If you have trust in God, only then you are spiritually awakened. It is not like that. What spirituality says is that not to hurt someone, being good, being happy, being contented. Right? So the classical yoga text says that when you say this person is healthy, that means that he is physical, mental, social, as well as spiritual well-being is right, is correct. Okay. So if this comes to the common definition of healthy, so what does Ayurveda has to say about this? Okay, let us discuss a bit of Ayurveda as well. There is a shloka in this. Sama dosha sama agnishcha samadhatu malakriya prasanna atma indriya mana swastya ityabhidhiyate. So who is healthy? Samadosha, the one who has samadosha. Dosha does not mean that he has some problem. Dosha means tridosha. There is tridosha theory in Ayurveda. Okay, tridosha is vata, pitta, and kapha. One should have all these three doshas in his body. Vata, Pitta, Kapha, because all these three things has its own functions and it is benefited to one's healthy life. Okay. See, because see, Ayurveda part we will discuss later in the separate class. Just know the superficial thing of it, Tridosha. Because see, Pitta is very much necessary for the digestion, and Kapha is your synovial fluid. We cannot just merely tell in a medical word that it is synovial fluid, but it is Sandhi Bandha. So whatever the fluid that you have in between your joints, the kapha is the reason behind it. Okay. But that should not become excess. That should not go to very smaller levels. It should be in the proper equal levels. Tridosha, Samadosha. All these three dosha should be in Sama. Okay. Vata, Pitta, Kapha. All these three should be there in the physical body. It should be there. It has its own benefits. Okay. If the Pitta is hyper, then it has its own problem. If the Kapha is more, asthma, bronchitis, whatever is there, that should be Sama. Sama dosha should be there. Okay. Sama Agnishcha, Agni, digestive fire. His digestion should be good. So whatever you eat should get digested soon. You should eat such foods. Samadhatu, Samadhatu, tissue. Dhatu means tissues, group of cells. Samadhatu. Okay. What are those 7 samadhatus? There are 7 dhatus in the human body according to Ayurveda. Those things are rasa, fluids, nutrients and minerals. Okay. Should be there. Rakta, blood, important. Mamsa, muscles. Medha, adipose tissue, which maintains lubrication and oiliness in the body. Having zero oily is not good for your health. This will, when you get older, you may develop osteoporosis, arthritis, like that. Okay, so ghee oil is very important in one's cookings. One dishes oil is very important. Doctor told me not to eat ghee, that is not right. I'll put on weight if I eat ghee, that is not correct. Okay, ghee is we don't eat or drink in glasses. We don't do that. 1 spoon of ghee, 2 spoons of ghee, 1 spoon of oil is very much necessary for a human body. Okay, for the lubrication and oiliness, that is meda, adipose tissue. Next, asti, bones, strength of bones should be there. We say, after 35, the in ladies that bone density comes down, you have to take calcium and all that. That bones is very important, bones and cartilages, because it supports our body structure. It acts as a framework for the body, right? And majja, bone marrow, fills body spaces, fluids between our joints, very important. And shukra, shukra is the reproductive tissues, sperms in men, ovaries in women. Production of shukra, reproductive tissue, is very, very important for reproduction. Malakriya, bowel movements, malakriya should be proper. Every morning when you get up, you should go to potty. Do it properly. There should be complete evacuation, should be there. Incomplete evacuation leads to constipation, indigestion, all those problems. For that, what should we do? We will see in the later on things. So, Prasanna Atma, along with all these physical or physiological aspect, Prasanna Atma, contented soul, is important. Prasanna Atma, whatever I have, I'm very happy with it. Okay, if I want to achieve more, but don't get desperate for whatever you want to achieve. Because we are all blessed. Many are actually suffering with a lot of pains. I am at least blessed to have these kind of life. Prasanna Atma, contented soul. Indriya, control over senses. Controlling our tongue is the most difficult thing nowadays. I want to eat this, I want to eat that, I want to cook this, I want to cook that. For our
Lockdown,
tongue. Sorry?
lockdown will teach control the
Lockdown
tongue.
will teach, yeah, but we will end up preparing at home whatever we ate outside.
Yeah.
We don't end
That's
up
possible.
not eating. We start cooking at home. Chance if we don't get outside, we end up cooking at home. We don't stop eating.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
like that.
yes. Sure.
So that control over senses. Our body should act according to how we say, not that we act according to what it says. Right? So control over indriya and mana. Happy mind is important. So these are prasanna atma indriya mana swasthya ityabhidhiyate. If all these are proper, then he is called healthy human being, not merely not having a disease. So this is what Ayurveda tells for a healthy person. So now there are so many definitions like that. There are definition in Bhagavad Gita also. What samatvam yoga uchyate. Chapter 2, Shloka 48, Sankhya Yoga, Bhagavad Gita. Samatvam yoga uchyate. It brings equilibrium to your mind. See, mind is not only your brain, what you think. Mind has no place. It is everywhere in the body. Okay. ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ. We say ಮನಸ್ andre heart. It's actually not merely true. It's not in mind. It's not in head. Nowhere. Manas is everywhere. Mind is everywhere. Okay. To bring the equilibrium, yoga helps. Samatvam yoga uchyate. What yoga does is samatvam yoga uchyate. It brings equilibrium to your mind. You know Patanjali. Patanjali Yoga Sutras. He has written most of the summaries in yoga. So what he has to say, yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Patanjali Yoga Sutra, first chapter, second shloka. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Chitta, what is chitta?
Manasu.
Chitta means collection of buddhi, manas and ahankara. Buddhi, your intelligence. Manas, mind or whatever you call it as. Feelings, emotions, whatever. And ahankara. Here, ahankara is not that arrogance, but it means that you're over intelligence.
Yeah,
Okay.
brilliant.
Yeah. Chitta vritti. What are vrittis? These are the modification of thoughts. Yoga, chitta vritti nirodha. Nirodha, cessation, stopping. So yoga will you can get control over your mind, and yoga chitta vritti nirodha. You will get control over your mind, your senses and your body by the practice of yoga. Patanjali Yoga Sutra says this. There are so many definitions in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Sankhya Yoga, Geranda Samhita. There are hundreds. In Bhagavad Gita alone, there are about 15 to 16. Only tells what is yoga, the definition of yoga and what yoga does. But we cannot go with all those things. So these are the definition of yoga. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha, yoga samatvam yoga uchyate, and Ayurveda says samadosha, samagnishta, samadhatu, malakriya, prasanna atma indriya mana, yoga ityabhidhiyate, swasthya ityabhidhiyate, like that. Okay. So this is about yoga, unification of mind, body and soul. And who is called a healthy person? Who has control over all his senses,
Physical mind.
all the 7 tissues working properly, samadhatu, samadosha, all 3 doshas working properly, physically, mentally, socially and spiritually. He should be well behaved. He is called healthy. So to have these characteristics, we practice yoga, right? Yoga is not only physical exercise. Yoga is not at all exercise. It should not be called exercise, okay? Because exercise is only for your physical body. Yoga is not only for your physical body. It will change your complete attitude, body, mind, soul. Okay, your exercises does not change what you think, what you behave, how you behave. No, that will not change. Yoga does. Okay, yoga is not only for the, it is not called physical exercise. We will never call any yoga therapist, yogis, or anybody who practice yoga, we don't call yoga as exercise. Okay, yoga is not exercise, it is beyond that. Okay, so now what is yoga therapy? Yoga therapy. Okay, yoga therapy can be defined as one of the alternative systems of medicine, alternative systems of medicine where yogic principles, you should know this, yogic principles and techniques are used to prevent, promote, control and cure mental, physical and psychosomatic disorders. So the yogic principles and techniques are used. So whatever the yoga you're practicing, whatever you practiced all these days, so what we include is yoga principles and techniques to prevent. Okay, first we all are practicing to prevent, cure, if in case you have any problems, to cure or control. Okay, diabetes, for example, somebody has diabetes, we control through yoga. Okay, so the dosages are not increased. If somebody is having hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism, we make sure that by practicing yoga his dosage is not increased. Okay, control and cure also. Many psychosomatic disorders are cured. Physical, for example, ankylosing spondylitis can be cured through yoga very much. Okay, okay, to cure the physical, mental and psychosomatic disorder. What is psychosomatic disorder? We know physical disease, mental disorder, we know. Psychosomatic disorder, psychosomatic is ಮನೋರೋಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ?
Depression.
You start thinking, you get stress, you get anxiety, you
Yeah.
start thinking over something very, very badly. You keep on thinking on that stress will lead you to the physical disease. Okay, when something is not going correct, when something is not going according to however you want it, you think over again and again, you get headaches, you get whatnot, stress, anxiety, and that will go to your physical body. How does it go to physical body? First, it impacts on your digestive system. If your digestive system is into the, if it is not proper, then all the diseases starts. How? You don't get proper sleep, you cannot get up, you're having those mental tensions, whatever you eat is not getting digested. There, the ama, toxins gets accumulated, your digestive process is not correct. That is how you get diseased, psychosomatic disorders. Okay, so to overcome all these, as I said, we use yoga principles and techniques. Yeah, all these days we did physical form of yoga through yogasanas. Okay, but our classical text also says that there are 8 principles that needs to be followed. It is called Ashtanga Yoga. You have heard the word Ashtanga Yoga, right? You might have heard Ashtanga
Yes,
Yoga,
yes.
Hatha Yoga,
Yes, miss.
whatever yogas, you might have heard all those.
Yeah.
Ashtanga Yoga is 8 limbs according to classical text. Ashtanga Yoga includes Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. Okay. The yogi who is practicing yoga has to, yeah, tell me, Radha ma'am.
Can you one more time, ma'am?
Sorry.
Ashtanga yoga includes Yama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ashtanga Yoga, 8 limbs. Ashta is 8. Yeah, you want to write?
Yeah.
Okay. Yama, 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 Niyama, Asana, Pranayama,
Okay.
Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. Okay. So these are Ashtanga Yoga, 8 limbs of yoga. Whoever practices this will reach the highest state of knowledge. He will get united with Paramatma. He will not have birth and death cycles. He will overcome birth and death cycles. Moksha is attained. Okay, that is why this is done. But at this moment, we will not be able to practice Samadhi. Right? Samadhi we cannot attain. Samadhi is your physical body is alive. There is life in your body, but you are not in that body. You are united with the higher conscious Samadhi. So that we are not going through all those things right now because we are bound in Bhava Bandha, families, kids, and all those things we need to go through. We need to go through 84 lakh birth and death cycles as a human being, as a bird, as an animal, and whatnot. According to our previous karmas, we go on taking lives. Right? So, Samadhi at this moment is not possible. But those who regularly practice and come out of this karma is what? Your deeds. Whatever you do will come back to you, good or bad. Even if you do good also, you will take your life again. To enjoy your good life, you will come back again. If you do bad, you want to be punished, so you will come back. So whatever you do, you have birth and death cycles. You can't avoid. So what you should do is you actually should not do anything to avoid your birth and death cycle. You only have to practice yoga, go to Samadhi, and then unification of Jivatma and Paramatma. Your Jivatma is your physical body. With that Paramatma, you have to get unified. So, at least do good. If the good karma comes back to you, you will enjoy your next life. Those who believe in incarnation, your life and death. Normally, we Hindus believe that ನೋಡು ಇದು ನೀನ್ ಇವಾಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಜನ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ತೀಯ. We keep telling that always, right? So at least do
Yes.
good. However, I think we have lot of lives to still take on. So at least let us do something good so that the good karma comes back to you and you enjoy your life. Okay. All right. What we have done here is that we have modified these Ashtanga Yoga into the normal physical lifestyles. We have from Ashtanga Yoga, we have come to 7 principles of yoga therapy. Okay. We have modified little bit according to our convenience. We want all the convenience, no? So we will be looking for that convenience. Whatever it is, okay, if you have to chant for 108 times something, we will make it only 5 times or 6 times. Oh, if you chant at least for 8 times, you will be blessed like this. Like that, according to our convenience, we will reduce everything. Because we actually cannot do whatever is told. That is not possible. We are into Bhava Bandha. Children, I have to get my son ready for the school. I can't chant for 108 times. So I'll make it to only 8 times and only half of the punya is got. So according to that convenience, we have modified everything. So if I cannot sit and chant also, at least if I just cross my hands, at least 1% I got for today. So that is enough. So like that, we have actually modified even Ashtanga Yoga into 7 principles of yoga therapy. That is, we have included Yama Niyama into our lifestyle. What is Yama now? Yama is rules for oneself, rules for myself. Yama, rules for oneself. That is, first it comes ahimsa, non-violence, not hurting anybody. Kaya, vacha, manasa. By my work or deed, I will not hurt anybody. Vacha, verbally, I'll not use slangs. I will not scold anybody in bad words. Manasa, even in my mind also, I will not think bad. about anybody. Kaya, vacha, manasa. Ahimsa, I will not do. Okay, we have to adopt these things. Okay, only by doing yoga asana is not sufficient. Practice of ahimsa is important. Kaya, vacha, manasa. Second is truth, satya. Always speak truth. Minimize your lies at least. If not 100% truth, you can speak. If it is not possible, at least minimize. Satya. Astheya. Astheya. Non-stealing. Don't steal things from others. Stealing of ideas also. Not even ideas, that you can actually steal from somebody. Don't steal anything. Astheya. Brahmacharya, celibacy. Practice brahmacharya. Practicing brahmacharya is important. It is important, but we are all married. We are into all these family boundings. Why celibacy or brahmacharya is important in this life is keep that, what do you say? Like I can say that your sexual activities should be there only for the reproductive purpose, not for your mere lust. It should be there only for the reproductive purpose. Okay, so keep it till there. Only to getting into lust is not correct. That is what it says. If your intention is for reproduction, then it is good, not mere lust. Okay, next, aparigraha. Aparigraha is not to possess things more than requirement. If I have 2 houses, you should be contented with that. I want 4 houses, I want 10 houses, I want all the jewelry in my house. Whatever is available in the market, I need to have everything. That is not good. Aparigraha is not good. Please do not possess things more than requirement. You will only end up having stress, anxiety. Oh, she has it, I don't have it. They have 2 houses, I don't have even one. They have 5 crores, I don't have even 1 crore also. I need to make, even if you have 5 crore also, you will not be satisfied. You will aim at making it 10 crores. So even if you have 100 crores, okay, I could make 100 crores, let me aim for 1000 crores. That will be like that. But you should know where to draw the line. You should know where you need to get contented. Nan life al nanigishtu saku, happy agirake. Draw the line there. Okay, aparigraha. So all these things comes in yama. Ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha. You need to follow. Okay, this is for your self. Next comes niyama. What is niyama? Niyama is worldly rules, how you need to behave in this society. That is also important because we are all social animals. We live in a society. We need to behave in particular way. We cannot behave the way we want it. And niyama will also give you discipline in life. Few things also there in niyama. First is shaucha, having bath, being hygienic. Very, very important. Practice of hygiene includes bathing, purificatory procedures, which we have in yoga. Yoga therapy has purificatory methods, and yogic diet also. You should have good diet. Yeah. Then after shaucha, it is santosha, being happy, being contented. Be happy. Don't worry about things. If we think that our problem is bigger, there is a neighbor who is having bigger problems. So at least be happy. Don't think that only your problem is the biggest. Stay happy with whatever. Tapas. Next comes tapas. Tapas does not exactly mean that you have to sit in penance. Okay. Tapas means discipline in practicing whatever you are into. Like if you are into cooking, you should have the discipline. That you cook like this, you are the best cook in the world. Or if you are an entrepreneur, you do the best business in the world. Give your best, be disciplined. Whatever you're doing, your yoga practice, example, be very regular to it, be disciplined and expect for changes. That is very important. That is tapas. Tapas madbeku. If you're doing any research, you should do in such a way that nobody would have done it before. You know everything in that. You are the best in that. If you are cooking one simple sambar, you should be the best in that. That you cook the best of anything. Whatever you're doing, that tapas is important. And swadhyaya, swa-adhyaya, self-study, realization of oneself. What am I? Is very, very important. Am I really this what I think, or am somebody else? Sit with yourself. Sometime give time to yourself. You think what you are. Realize yourself. Self-realization is very, very important. Next is Ishvara Pranidhanadva. Ishvara Pranidhana, surrendering to God. If you don't trust in God, surrender your ego. Ego is everything goes in ego. Okay, surrenderance of ego is very, very important. All these are there. You know, yoga means it is not only a physical practice. They say no, ningivaga ella kood bandide olle yoga anta, koodi barodu, unification. So you should include, if you are a yoga practitioner, you should include all these things in your lifestyle. It is important. Not that you just come practice Vajrasana, few asanas, do pranayama and go away. No, your lifestyle should change to yama, niyama, all these. Okay. Next important, most important thing is food. What we eat. According to Ayurveda and Yoga, mitahara is very, very important. If you are eating 5 idlis, reduce it to 3 idlis. You should not overeat something. If you feel that, okay, now I am satisfied, you should stop there. You know, many people ask me for diet. Okay, can you please suggest me some diet? And I don't actually suggest any diet. It's not required. You go, you eat whatever you want, but keep it mitahara is important. Whether you're a vegetarian, non-vegetarian, mixed, whatever you eat, it depends on you. You need not stop and you become vegan or vegetarian or whatever. You don't have to stop your food. Eat whatever you want, but keep it mita, limited. You should eat in regular intervals, not eat all the food at once in the breakfast and don't eat anything till night and you eat only in the night. No, that's not correct. If you're eating, eat good breakfast. Eat in such a way that all the food gets digested within 3 hours. Always eat fresh food. Do not boil the same thing, whatever you did, whatever you prepared last night. You boil it again and again and again. That will turn into toxin, ama, according to Ayurveda. Okay? Whatever that curry you cooked last night and I'll keep it for next afternoon, that I'll keep it for next night, it is very, very bad. It is wrong. You shouldn't eat. After 3 hours, any food will turn into poison. According to Ayurveda, Sushruta Samhita says this. Okay? Freshly cooked food must be eaten. You can boil only once, not after that. You should bring all these changes in your lifestyle. Only then you can expect for good results. Okay. So all these things, mitahara, freshly cooked food is very, very important. Okay. And according to yoga, a part of food also converts mind. It converts mind. It converts how you think also. Okay. There is a saying, yatha annam tatha manam. Whatever you eat, that reflects in your mind. Okay, if you're eating satvika ahara, your behavior will be satvika. If you're eating too much of rajasika or tamasika ahara, your behavior in the society will be the same. Yatha annam tatha manam says. Okay. So, Swatma Rama in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, the classical text, Swami Swatma Rama, he says that to make the yoga a success, to make yoga a success, Please listen. Proper food is one of the components that has to be followed. Proper food you need to have. Not too much Rajasika, not too much Tamasika. Include Satvik Ahara. It also prescribes the kind of food that a yogi must intake. What he says is Pushtam Sumadhuram Snigdham Gavya Dhatu Praposhanam Manobhilashitam Yogyam Manobhilashitam Yogyam Yogi Bojana Macharet. It means that one should take food which is nourishing. There should be nourishment in whatever food you're eating. Junk foods will not have it. Fruits, vegetables, spinach, what you include will nourish your body. Sweet in nature. Sweet in the sense not sugar. Jaggery, you can take it for example. Milk, ghee. Gavya, Panchagavya, they say, Gavya is important, which is pleasure to mind and also which is suitable. So whatever food is suitable to you. For example, we bring in some foreign things like oats or anything and we include in our diet that might not be suitable in your diet. Whatever you have been eating from your childhood, please continue to eat that, because food depends on every region. It's not at what you want to eat. It should also support the environment and region that you're staying in. Okay, eat such kind of food. In Bangalore, I can eat some like what I can say, some heat generating food. I cannot eat the same thing in Udupi also, because the environment here is very hot. I have to regulate my body temperature. For that, I need to drink a lot of tender coconut, use some spinach, which will cool down my body. The food, the intake of your food also depends on the region that you live in. Not everything. They say that oats, if you eat, it will reduce your weight. That's a pure nonsense. Nothing will happen to your body. Okay, that will only end up in malnutrition. That's all. Eat whatever you have been eating since your childhood. That is what you are into. Your body is nourished and made up of whatever you have been eating from your childhood. That's very important. So, for example, good Satvika food should include Godhuma, wheat. Okay. Shali. There is a shloka. It's pretty big one. That will take too much time. I'll just brief it. Unpolished red rice. Wheat, unpolished red rice. Barley, yava, they say in Sanskrit. Barley is very good. Shastika, rice grown within 60 days. It seems that they grow some rice within 60 days. The farmers will know. That rice is good for your health. Shobhanana, rice boiled in milk and jaggery. Shalyana antare keluru. That one. Kshira, milk. Ajya, ghee. Okay. Khanda, crystal sugar they'll have, no? Kalsakre. Okay. And Sita, orange colored crystal sugar. Orange color kalsakre baratala. Nodirbeku nivela. That. Navanita, butter. Madhu, sugar. Shashti. Okay. Shashtika Shali, I told, yeah, that which is grown in 60 days. Then Shunti, ginger. Patola, snake gourd, if anybody uses it as this. Phala, fresh fruits. Spinach, okay, and some green grams. And Divya Madhukam is very important. Divya Mudakam is water, clean, fresh water. These are the Satvik Ahara. So what this is called Patyahara. So you should include all these things in your diet to nourish your body. Next is Apatya. Apatya is the opposite of food that one should avoid as much as possible. If you cannot avoid completely, at least reduce the intake of it. First one, Katu, which is excessively spicy and hot. Avoid. Amla, excessive sour, huli, tumba hulidu, sour, it's not good. Lavana, excessive salt. Tikshna, penetrating or strong acid. acidic kind of, like what we use in vinegar and all that. Ushna, which will generate too much heat inside your body. Few vegetables like okay. And then savira. Savira means fermented, which is not fresh, fermented. You should not take. Taila, excessive oil, deep fried, don't take it. Illa, sesame is also not good because it generates too much of heat inside your body. Sarshapa, mustard. Madhya, alcohol, avoid completely. Matsya, fish, is tamasika. Ajadi mamsa, meat, excessive eating of meat is also not good. Dadhi, curd, excessive intake of curd is also not good because it aggravates kapha. Okay, little bit of kapha is required, but aggravation of kapha is not good. And hingu, asafoetida, hingu, don't use too much of it. And lashun, garlic, they say it is very good for health, for your digestion. Yes, it is important for your digestion, but don't take anything in excess because that is rajasic and tamasic ahara. So these are yama, niyama and lifestyle. Next is body purificatory methods. So if one is practicing yoga, along with that, he should also purify his body. There are few techniques in yoga in order to clean the body internally to balance tridosha, vata, pitta and kapha. To neutralize tridosha, yoga has certain principles or the techniques. Okay, first is dhauti kriya. Dhauti, cleaning of upper gastrointestinal tract with a piece of cloth. Okay, your upper respiratory systems, to take out all the excess of mucus or kapha. Dhauti is used. Dhauti kriya is used with a piece of cloth. How we do is, some muslin cloth will be there. We roll it, insert it inside our mouth and swallow it till the throat. That should actually go till your stomach. Yeah, we have done all these things in MSc Yoga Therapy. They make us do all these. Initially, you will actually throw up. We have to practice this on empty stomach with the proper guidance. Don't try out at home. This needs proper guidance. So it's not that some cloth you take and put it inside. Not possible. It has some particular muslin soft cloth that you need to roll in particular manner. You have to insert it. After some time, you have to only leave little bit outside your mouth to pull it out. So we go on pulling that. That will take off extra mucus that is present inside the body. Next is neti kriya. Neti. Okay. Inserting soft thread, which is length of one hand span, into the nasal cavity and pull it out from the oral cavity. Yeah, the thread we insert, that also will have particular kind of thread, not some thread that you use in your house that will not go inside, that will block. There'll be hole. Okay, you have to insert it and you have to take it out from your mouth. You have to just do like this. Possible. Initially, you will get so many sneezings, but you will get used to it. You have to insert, take it off. You have to do it and take out from your mouth. Our MSc was not so easy. Initially, we enjoyed. After that, we literally cried. Vastradauti, Neti. Jalaneti was good. They pour water and they'll actually leave it from the other nose and or mouth like that. The Jalaneti was good. First, we were taught Jalaneti. We enjoyed. We thought, oh my God, this yoga is so good. We are learning so many. Then they made us insert thread inside the nose. Then everything started. It used to come till this cavity, and by the time I got that, I got so many sneezes. I threw up so many times. I only know how many times I went into the washroom and threw up. but that needs to be practiced on empty stomach. However, those are all the purificatory methods. Why we do all these purificatory methods is because you should take care of your health to practice yoga. You can't have excess tridosha. So practice of these things, purificatory methods, one will have a healthy life to practice yoga to be healthy. This is the bottom line. So that is why we practice all these things to keep ourselves healthy. Next is Basti is there, enema. Enema, like to clean the large intestine. So what do they do in yoga is that it's Jalabasti. Okay, they make you sit till your navel region and inside the water, navel deep to the navel region, and they insert some pipe. Luckily we did not have this in our syllabus, it was not included. So insert a pipe and take off all the things. That is Basti. Trataka, if you remember, I told you about Trataka eye exercise that you can actually practice. I'll tell you in the class. Cleansing of eyes, yeah, gazing at the flame, yeah, Trataka. Yeah, you have to light that thing quick. That proper ghee, that desi ghee you have to pour. You have to gaze till the water comes out of your eyes. That will actually clean your eyes. Trataka. That is for your netra. Next is Nauli, cleaning of lower GIT, stomach, intestine, and colon. Lean forward, that all those things we will do in the next classes. Vanisara we can do, and Kapal Bhati. Bastrika, what I teach you, I've already taught you. You practice Bastrika every day. Bastrika means, you might have seen those bellows of that blacksmith. Blacksmith, if you have seen, they'll be like pulling like this and the fire comes. Yeah, that makes sound. Comes like that. So that is why it is named Bastrika. Bastrika means that bellows of blacksmith. So that we practice. Next, asana practice. You know that we discuss every day why we should practice asana and pranayama. Pranayama relieves stress, anxiety, headaches, and induces proper sleep. Bandha mudra for digestion. Uddiyana bandha stimulates pelvic organs. Jalandhara destroys all throat diseases. Jalandhara bandha. We practice this mudra, Shanmukhi mudra, and I'll also teach you Viparita Karani mudra. It is just like Sarvangasana that I'll teach you. Next comes meditation. We do sometimes object. There are few meditations like object meditation. You keep something, keep on gazing at it. Your thought should not wander. You have to only concentrate on that object. It improves your concentration. Then sound. You will close your eyes, listen only to the sound that is heard, that meditation. And pranava meditation, omkara, chanting of omkara, and nadhanusandhana. Nadhanusandhana is the highest form of meditation. For that you need to be yogi, because what happens in nadhanusandhana is after several years, probably some may take several years, that it seems that what classical texts have mentioned is they'll start hearing the sound of a flute inside your mind. Nadhanusandhana. That is what happens. They say they have mentioned in classical textbooks. Till now, I don't know who have actually achieved that state. The practice of pranayama and dhyana should be done in clean and quiet place. Obviously, clean place, because if you have bad smell, you cannot inhale or exhale, and if there is too much noise around, that will disturb your mind. So you have to practice in clean and quiet place. Then benefits of pranayama and meditation we have seen before. Improves sleep quality, relieves stress, increases lung capacity. This is very, very important at this moment, COVID situation. Increases your lung capacity to the intake of your oxygen. Oxygen levels are increased. It is very, very important. Please practice pranayama. Okay, and this will also, if your lung is functioning properly, then One can prevent asthma, bronchitis, or UTRI, upper tract respiratory infections. One can avoid by the practice of pranayama. It reduces high blood pressure. In case you're in stress or anxiety, it reduces blood pressure, neutralizes, improves concentration, enhances cognitive performance. So, whatever you're doing in your performance, it makes it better. Cognitive performance is enhanced. So, one can overcome headaches, especially migraine kind or any kind of headaches, one can overcome by the practice of regular pranayama, yoga, and pranayama, and increases mindfulness. Now, what is mindfulness? Anybody know what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is being in present. Instead of thinking too much about past, whatever happened, or what's going to happen in future, we need not think. It improves mindfulness to be in present all the time. It is very, very important. And the last final thing is your relaxation techniques, Shavasana and Makarasana. Very, very important. Like yoga, like pranayama, Shavasana and Makarasana are also very, very important. This calms your central nervous system, aiding the digestive and immune systems. ತಲೆ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಾಯಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಿದ್ದೆನೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನಿದ್ದೆಯಿಂದ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಸರಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಆಗ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್, ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Calms the mind and reduces stress. That is why we should practice Shavasana. Reduces headache, fatigue, ayasa, fatigue and anxiety. Calms down your mind, so anxiety is not there. And for the equal and proper blood circulation to the whole body, Shavasana is very, very important. So, this is what is explained in classical text of yoga. We will go to Ayurveda and physiology and anatomy of yogic practices in the later classes, because that is one more huge session. So, how does it work, actually work? That we will get into maybe next weekend, like that. So, the bottom line is, yoga is not only for the physical body. If you practice all these 7 principles, then you are considered to be healthy. Okay? Anything else? Any doubts? So, just coming, doing yoga, going back, then again next day doing yoga, same things, going back, will not fetch good results. Practicing overall lifestyle need to be corrected with practice of 7 principles of yoga therapy. It is very, very important. Okay. Few of the benefits of each asana in the later classes, we will see how it is benefited. Okay, you must be like getting too late. Oh my god, I've taken extra half an hour. Okay, was I clear? Any doubts? Because I only wanted to educate you on what the other classical text says about mental and your spiritual as well as social well-being. It is not only for the physical body or the physical exercise. Total mind, body, soul health is important. Okay, and yoga help you do all these things. How does it help? If your body is healthy, by the practice of yoga, you can achieve all these things. So, be regular to classes. Don't miss your class. It is very, very important. This will not only make you physically strong, it also calms down your mind, and there are a lot of mental benefits for it. Okay. I hope it was helpful to you in some way, at least, to gain little bit of knowledge. I could not get into the depth of it because that will take whole day then. This is the superficial part of yoga. Okay? Yoga, not only physical, it includes everything. Right from food, lifestyle, everything. If you are a yogi, if you are a regular practitioner of yoga, you should follow all these 7 principles. Mandatory.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we will bring in the changes in our lifestyles. We will make difference in all the ways. Think good, do good. So whatever you give out will come back to you. The only thing I believe in my life is what you give will come back, either good or bad. So let us give good. That's all. Okay.
Thank
Then
you,
I'll
Ramya.
see.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much I'm really sorry for taking extra time of yours. I know I thought it'll take only half an hour, but that goes on.
That's
Risha
okay.
is waving. Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, then I'll see you all on Monday. Ma'am, Usha ma'am, you're coming, no?
Monday.
I'll see. I don't know if it is from 6 to 7 or 7 to 8. We'll decide on that.
7 to 8,
6
okay,
to
ma'am.
7 is better, I
Lockdown.
think. 6 to 7 is good in the morning.
Yeah.
Ma'am, 7 to 8. Aram, so we can get up. Lockdown, no, ma'am. From Monday
Yeah, that is
onwards.
there, but others, no, they are
Late
committed.
night.
They are committed in their. Hey, Danvita is here today.
Can't concentrate. Hi, ma'am. In the evening, I can't concentrate because 6 to 7, my kids are already banging on the door.
I know. I
Morning 6
understand.
to 7 is okay because at 7 o'clock everyone will wake up and big chows is there.
Actually, even I am facing little bit of problems from 7 to 8.
Yeah, 6 to 7 morning session is good because in the evening, they are out, you know, so they want to play,
Ramya,
they
I'll
want to
leave
fetch
Ramya.
guitars
It's done
and
for
all.
me.
Yeah, even I.
Those who are getting late can leave.
Okay.
Okay. We'll
Late,
make it because
later I will
even
connect to you. Okay,
yes,
later.
sure.
Okay,
Anyways, yeah. Bye. I'll have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday.
bye. Okay, thank you. Wish you the same.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Actually, Usha ma'am, Shamla ma'am was missing you so much. I don't know if she left. I don't know if she left. She asked you every day. ದಿನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಇವತ್ ಬರ್ತಾರಾ ನಾಳೆ ಬರ್ತಾರಾ ಇವತ್ ಬರ್ತಾರಾ ಅಂತ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಲೈಕ್ ವೆರಿ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು
ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಒಬ್ರೇ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಅವರು.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರೊಬ್ರು ಸುಮಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಒಬ್ರು
ಓಕೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಸುಮಾ
ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಮೊನ್ನೆನೆ ಬರೋಣ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ನಾನ್ ಮನೇಲಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಯಾವ್ದು ವೃಕ್ಷಾಸನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ನಂಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾ ಮಂಡೆಯಿಂದ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ತಿಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆದಾಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಯೋಗ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಯಾವ್ದಾಗತ್ತೆ ಇವಾಗ ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಫುಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಡೂ ದಟ್. ಓಕೆ.
ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಫೀವರ್ ಇದ್ದು ತುಂಬಾ ಹಾಗೆ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೊದಲು ತಲೆನೋವಿತ್ತು, ಮತ್ತೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸುಸ್ತಾಗುದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ನೆಗಡಿ, ಗಂಟ್ಲು ನೋವು ಅದೆಂತ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫೀವರ್ ಇತ್ತಷ್ಟೇ, ತುಂಬಾನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಅದು ಒಂದು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನ್ ಎಣ್ಸಿದ್ದು ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗುದ್ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಮೇಜರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ.
ಓಕೆ, ಗುಡ್ ಗುಡ್. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಇರೋದು ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ ಸದ್ಯ.
ಹೌದು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಫ್ ಇತ್ತಷ್ಟೇ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲೂಸ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದು ಒಂದು ನಾನ್ ವೆಡ್ನೆಸ್ಡೇ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಇತ್ತು.
ಓಕೆ.
ಸೊ ಅವರು ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೇ.
ಗುಡ್ ಗುಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀವ್ ಒಂದ್ ರೌಂಡ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಡ್ಮಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ ಒಳ್ಳೇದೇನೆ.
ಹೌದು,
ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ರೇವ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಮನೇಲೆ ಇದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು
ಎಕ್ಸ್ರೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಬಂತು. ECG ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತು. ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕ್ ಆದಂಗ ಆಯ್ತು.
ಗುಡ್ ಗುಡ್, ಒಳ್ಳೇದ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಹಂಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೇನೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದದು.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ಓಕೆ.